class, this video is going to review proportion word problems. A few of us struggled with this on our test, so I want to make sure we can go through the steps again. We want to make sure that we remember a ratio compares two quantities, and a proportion is when we set two ratios equal. So let's go ahead and read this first problem. You can buy 4 pears for $3. How many pears can you buy for $6? So we're given a ratio, and that's where we want to start. You can buy 4 pears for $3. That is comparing two quantities. And what we have are pears and dollars. Those are our two units. Pears and dollars. We want to make sure that we make a key so that all of our information gets put in the right location. So we have pears over dollars. You cannot make the key wrong, but once we make it, we need to make sure that we follow it. So if we look at the given ratio, 4 pears for $3, we're going to put pears on the top, 4 pears for $3. Then we need to go back to our problem, and we're going to be given one more piece of information. How many pears, so this we don't know, can you buy for $6? Dollars is on the bottom in the denominator, so 6 is going to go in the denominator. And X is in the top with pears, and that's our missing piece of information. We're trying to figure out how many pears. And we all did well cross multiplying. So we cross 4 times 6 and 3 times X. And we set those equal. So 3X equals 6, 12, 18, 24. And we divide by 3. So we can buy 8 pears with $6. Okay, there's our first problem. Some of you may have noticed we could have done the shortcut that we talked about here. We know 3 times 2 is 6, and we can also multiply the top by 2. 4 times 2 is 8, and that was our answer, 8 pears. Let's try another one. This is the exact one from our quiz, so you might recognize it. Every 2 inches on a map represents 50 miles. If you are traveling 300 miles, how many inches will that be? So the first thing we need to do is find our ratio, which is connecting two quantities. So we have 2 inches represents 50 miles. We need to find our unit. We have inches and miles, and let's make a key. Again, you can't make the key wrong. We'll do inches over miles. And we have 2 inches is equal to 50 miles. And let's go back up to our story and find our third piece of information. If you're traveling 300 miles, how many inches? So this is our mystery. We need to find inches. And we know that our miles is 300. Remember, I put 300 on the bottom because in my key, I have miles on the bottom. And we solve using the same steps. We cross multiply. 50 times X is 50X. 2 times 300 is 600. There's multiplication between the 50 and the X, so we do the inverse, which is division. And cross out our zeros, and 60 divided by 5 is 12 inches. Okay, and let's do one more. For every 8 free throws, Mr. Kaplan makes 6. There's a little typo there. For every 8 free throws, Mr. Kaplan makes 6. If he shoots 12 free throws, how many will he make? So both things are talking about free throws, but for every 8 free throws, he's going to make 6. Okay, so we have our key, we have free throws, and then the ones he makes. So for every 8 free throws, he makes 6. And let's look. He shoots 12 free throws. How many will he make? So make, that's our mystery, that's our X. And he shoots 12 free throws. Again, cross multiply. 8 times X is 8X. 6 times 12 is 72. Divide by 8, and X equals 9 made free throws. So when we have a word problem, we want to make sure that we first find the ratio. The second thing we do is set up a key. And the third thing is to set up our proportion. And this is where we want to be careful and make sure we get all the information in the right spot. Hopefully this helps. Now you can move to the practice section.